Hello Exiles, this is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming and welcome to my day 1 update for my Elemental Hit Elementalist, Elemental Dimwit here. I have had a pretty fun first day. I think Ritual League has been a pretty great success outside of all of the crashes, which there have been a fair number of. I managed to down my first Itziri, which I'm going to put at the end of this video, the full Itziri run. I do not have a ton of health yet. I only have a little less than 3.7k, and I've died 5 times, one of which was an AFK I did during leveling, and then the rest of which have been just random boomer reflex moments. I knew I was going to die a bit here. I'm going to get my survivability up a lot in the upcoming day though, so I'll have another update out for you then. But I managed to get some pretty cool stuff. So Ritual has provided me some cool items. First of all, I want to look at this jewel, and this is my passive tree so far. I have Shaper of Storms, Shaper of Winter, Bastion of Elements. You might also notice I do have a 6-link, and I'll talk about this bow a little bit later. But the first item I got pretty early on from Ritual is this cool little jewel, which is actually percent life, accuracy, damage with bows, and just flat increased damage. So that's 26% damage, life, and then accuracy, which I also need for this build. You may notice I don't have any golems. I decided to forego the golem route pretty early. I did use an ice golem for leveling, but I did never go up to get golem commander. Just because it seemed really out of the way, and I thought it would be better to focus more down in this part of the tree instead for now. And I might switch that up as I get a cluster jewel. But yeah, this is what my tree looks like. I basically went over this way, went down here, grabbed this stuff as I said I would, popped down here, got piercing shots. I actually leveled up until Act 4 with icicle mines, and then I swapped over to Elemental Hit very early. I should have waited a little bit until my Elemental Hit caught up to me in level. I started using it when it was a level 12 gem. And I was in like level 36 content, and since it scales off level, that was a very bad idea. It slowed me down quite a lot. And but anyway, I got piercing shots, which works well with icicle mines as well. And then I just started to grab like life and that kind of thing going forward. Like I went over here, grabbed this, got forces of nature, got some of the bow stuff, popped down here, grabbed the life here, and got lethalities as well. And then I got like the dodge and spell dodge there as well. I did decide to go with elemental equilibrium, and that's for a couple reasons. I said I wouldn't because of using barrage for single target. I don't really like barrage for single target. I don't like the way that the barrages kind of skew off to the sides and you have to be right next to things. If I decided that it was better, I'm going to test it a little bit later on, maybe spec out of this and go with point blank. I'll have to be right up next to things, and I'll have to improve my defenses greatly from there, but I might try that later. I'm using Fleetfoot as well, just because I'm using dash with second wind for my movement, and as you can see, it refreshes quite fast. Once I have quality on dash and second wind, they both get cooldown recovery from quality. I should be able to dash pretty much non-stop. You can see there's like a slight delay, but as they level up and as I get quality on them, I'll be able to just always dash. That should improve my survivability as well. So pretty cool there. But yeah, this jewel, or this jewel that I got was really nice. Unfortunately only 5% on that, but I did get the max everything else, so all the other stats are max, just got the lower life. Probably not gonna bother divining that. May try to corrupt it later once I have some other good jewels. Probably also gonna harvest craft some jewels. So yeah, level 77, that's where I'm sitting. There will be a POB in the description. I'm gonna go over some of my gear now. So I have this really ugly Sinner Tricorn. I bought this for 4 Chaos just because it has 10% increased elemental hit attack speed. There's only one 15% elemental hit attack speed on the market right now, and it's outside of my price range. So later on I'll get that, but this just has some resistances and then like something like 72 life, which isn't too bad. So it works for my purposes. I was using this as a 5-link. I bought this 5-link for actually I think I got this in Ritual as well. I got this 5-link and self-crafted it, I think is how I ended up getting this. So plenty of 5-links in the, I've seen 5-links and 6-links come up pretty frequently from Ritual. So if you're looking to get an early 5 or 6-link, that's a good way to do it. Clear out those rituals. And then this is another one I got from Ritual. It didn't have the +1 to Socketed Bow level gems at the time. It just had the already locked in level of Socketed Gems, and it was on a Thicket Bow, which is the fastest attack speed base with a 1.5 base. So what I did is I just threw like 2 Chaos on it until I got the Socketed Bow gems. It literally took 2 Chaos, so I got really lucky. Then crafted attack speed. I obviously want a lot more attack speed. At some point, the 9% isn't going to cut it, but you don't get it costs an Exalt to craft the higher amount, and it's only a little bit more, so I might just Chaos spam this more later on once I kind of have myself a backup bow. But yeah, I actually self 6-linked it in like 70 fusing, so I got really lucky with that. So really nice, and it's not that much better. I've used while leveling both Stormcloud and Quillrain. I bought the Quillrain for 2 Chaos while I was leveling. Stormcloud I got from a, once again, Ritual, very easy. They're both quite nice. Just they feel really good. In fact, Quillrain on a 5-link honestly might actually feel better than this bow with the 6-link at the moment, but I feel like eventually the gem levels are going to outscale my elemental hits level 18 at the moment. And it is going to be able to get up to, I'm leveling some other ones in my offhand, some more elemental hits, and I'll get a level 21. It'll be a level 23 elemental hit. I think that will end up outscaling the attack speed from the Quillrain. Quillrain attacks insanely fast though, so it was really useful and felt very smooth. Body armor, it's got life, resist, got a good chunk of chaos resist, which is really nice. My amulet is hot garbage. I need to fix that. It's just double resist, very small amount of life. Life gain on hit by attacks, I guess, which is kind of cool, but yeah, the fire damage to attacks only applies 1/3 of the time when it rolls fire. I have this quiver, which is also quite bad, and I need to upgrade it. It's got some projectile speed, I guess, which is cool. So all of my gear kind of sucks. This ring's actually not too bad though. It's got a good chunk of life. It's on a diamond ring base. It's got flat accuracy, and it's got some resist. So actually this ring is not too bad. This other ring, percent accuracy, has some resists, and then has a very high life roll, and actually has a craftable prefix on it as well. So I could craft something on it. I actually didn't even notice it had a craftable prefix before. Oh, look at that. I can just get some damage with attack skills there. Now I'm a little bit stronger than I was right before I started this video. If I would have noticed that earlier, that would have been nice. Gloves, decent resists, got some life on there. I got 2 craftable prefixes there. And then I have this elemental damage with attack skills, life, double resist belt. It's kind of bad. Gonna get a better one. These boots I found were actually decent. Double resist, 30 move speed, craftable life with hybrid, tier 2 hybrid life on there. So I'm pretty happy with those. Probably keep those around for a while. I think I have another tier of life I'll be able to craft onto them at some point. So yeah, all in all, not too bad a gear, but some really, really bad pieces that need to be replaced and some that are going to be picked up. What I'm actually going to do though is I'm going to replace my body armor with an Impulsus, since we're always shocking. And once I do that, I'm going to remove Herald of Ice, which I'm using right now for extra clear for the ice explosions. And I'll swap that over for a Vol Grace, or Grace and then Vol Grace for like difficult fights and everything. So I'm going to pick that up, and I'll have a bunch of extra evasion, because right now I'm sitting at 4,486, which is kind of bad. And I have a lot of evasion scaling. I have some evasion scaling there. I have some evasion scaling there. And I am going to pick up Survivalist as well, which will give the plus 3% chance to evade attacks. I'll pick that up very soon here. In fact, I believe I'll pick that up next. I also plan on getting No Witness at some point. Maybe. I haven't decided yet. I'll test it with and without and see how that feels. Otherwise, I might just go down here, grab Long Shot, and potentially Point Blank as well. So, get all that going. For Monolith, I just have this little point here. I was speccing into this, but I'm like, this does the job for half as many points. I really don't need Mind Drinker. And I have some Life Leech from Blood Drinker, which feels pretty nice as well. So got all that going for us. Lots of penetration. We got the 6% here, we got the 5% here, we got the 50% here, and then Trinity support is giving us 19% currently at the current gem level, along with 50% more damage at max stacks, which is obviously huge. Trinity is the main reason to be playing this, the main buff to the build, and it is a huge buff. Now, one of the main reasons I wanted to run Quill Rain was because I thought it would be difficult to keep up the Trinity to max stacks. It is absolutely not. Even with only 1.64 attack speed on this bow, I have max Trinity stacks all the time when I'm in maps, or even when I'm fighting a singular boss. There's not a moment where I'm not fighting, or where I'm fighting something that I have below max of every single element of Trinity. So it's always up. I'm always getting that 50% more damage and the 19% penetration, making this probably the most effective damage link you're gonna have for skills like Wild Strike and for Elemental Hit. So it is very, very effective. I have a lot of gems and stuff I need to add. I'm just using like Blood Rage right now to generate frenzies. It's very, very scuffed. At the moment, over Barrage, since I'm taking Elemental Equilibrium, if I want to do single target, usually I don't even bother because I kill bosses just fine without it. But I'll swap in faster attacks over GMP. You can see my damage here pops up a good amount. Solid amount, like 60% increased DPS. Although, yeah, it's also easier to aim with GMP. Just shoot in the general direction you hit most of the time. So I kind of, I just do that. And it's been pretty breezy, honestly. Despite the deaths, most of those, once again, boomer reflexes, you'll see a very, very avoidable death here in the footage I'm going to show at the end. But I hope you guys are enjoying. If you decide to play this, let me know. I am going to try a Wild Strike Raider because I'm loving the Trinity support gem. So let me know what you're playing in the description below. You can check out the Discord as well. This has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and let's get into an Atziri fight.